In this tutorial, we're going to look at the application Skitch running from the iPad, which allows us to view learner work and annotate it live within the lesson. The first thing that you would need to do would be to take a photograph using the camera option and making sure that that photograph is stored on the iPad. The default location is in camera roll. As you can see here, I have some student work prepared here, as well as the whole camera roll, which is all content that I've overtaken. So let's say you see some excellent content in an exercise book and you take a quick snap on the iPad. We can make sure that we're linked with their server to the laptop, and then we can go look for that student work. As you go into Skitch, it automatically brings up our photos. Make sure that photos is selected at the bottom of the screen. I can now navigate to the file that I want, either through the camera roll or the other albums. So I'm going to go into this student work over here. Now, this image will automatically fill the Skitch screen. On the right hand side we have tools for annotation. So if we hold for about 1 second, this menu comes up and stays up. Here's our pen tool, and it's on normal pen, or the one with the A is for highlighting. So if I change this to a highlighter colour with that option on the left, again left click and hold, then drag to the size that I want to work with. That's now working as a highlighter tool. Now it's working as a highlighter tool. I didn't have it quite selected before. Alternatively, we could use just the pen tool as well. However, I do find the pen tool quite difficult to work with because I'm not very neat in my handwriting, and writing with a stylus or a finger is a little bit tricky at the best of times. So the next best tool to use would be the text tool. Again, I'm going to select the font size, which is to select a smaller circle. I can click in and type live, and whilst the students can see my comments come up on screen. I can now resize that, dragging the corner. I'll move it to an optimal place on the student's work. What's often forgotten is that the text tool, when it uses the typewriter, has a pretty decent voice recognition. So if you're not very quick at typing, if I just click on the microphone, hopefully the iPad will detect what I say and write this accurately. Full stop. Now I didn't quite get it correct, so I can click back in and adjust that as I want. So that's quite a handy tool, and again I can move it around and resize it and place it where I'd like it to be within the text. Click on Done, and now we're ready to share this text. So to share this, I can click on the Upload option. We can see that we have options to save direct to photos on our iPad or send via mail. If we click on the Photos option, it saves straight away onto our camera roll, where we can organise it into subfolders later. However, I'm just clicking Share again at the bottom of the screen so we can see where we were before. You'll notice there's another option to share here. So you may want to upload this content direct onto the school drive from your iPad. For that, we're going to need the Magellan app. Hopefully you've already uploaded that and looked at the tutorial for it. Here's the Magellan app here. What you must make sure you do before you upload anything from within Skitch or any other app is make sure you're logged in. So here I'm logged in, ready to do uploading. I can pop back to Skitch, click on the Other App option on the upload page, and scroll along until I find the Magellan app. So you get this message saying that another app has asked Magellan to open a file, which is fine. And let's say I want to make this accessible to the students on the student drive. I can scroll through to a couple of folders. I'm going to go through to Media Studies. Now, unfortunately, it only allows you to go a couple of folders deep into the structure. So at this point, I have to select this location, and if I want to move it around at a later date, I can do. But for the lesson, that's already there on the S drive for students to refer to. So that was using Skitch and a couple of ways to upload and share. Hope that helps.